What if I told you Gen 9 was coming next year? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, we still have Gen 8 to deal with right here. This is some official artwork of Zacian and Zamazenta in the forest. But about that Gen 9, guys. Yesterday, a Twitter account, Centro Pokemon Leaks, did have to come out with his communication with a journalist who got early access to Crown Tundra, who broke the non-disclosure agreement and managed to release all the stuff that you want to see. That is just everything in Crown Tundra, all the fusion stuff, all the shinies, everything. Now guys, I'm not going to spoil anything in this video, but if you want to see that video, I will leave it at the end of this video for you guys to just click into if you do want to watch that. Anyway, as for this video guys, this is non-spoilers. It's just about other things that are separate from Crown Tundra, such as a new mainline game coming next year. Finishing off their leaks bonanza, starting since before I went to sleep, because I just had a full night's sleep, woke up right now, coming back to it, and still they're coming. Well, you definitely spread them out. At least I woke up to some good stuff. Guys, it looks like he's finished for today. Not finished, but finished for today. And he finished on a high note. A new Pokemon game is coming next year. Now, this account is completely accurate, okay? This does accurate leaks. It only does it from communications that it has with good connections like journalism and stuff. That's where they got this stuff for the Crown Tundra that we're not going to show, but it looks like a new mainline Pokemon game is coming next year. Now next year is the Pokemon 25th anniversary, so of course there's going to have to be something big, but this is a mainline game, confirmed a mainline game from this leak, okay? So what could we expect? We could possibly expect a Gen 9 coming out already, because it has been 2 years. If you consider the beginning of Gen 8, it has been, it would have been 2 years by next November, and now we're 1 year later, we're still finishing off with the DLC, but in another year's time, when it usually releases a new game, which is November, we're probably going to get another gen. It's very possible. However, other possibilities are, from all these rumors that have been coming out for the 25th anniversary, that there's just going to be tons and tons of different rumors that have been coming. Diamond Pearl remakes, Let's Go Johto, even though the guys at the office said they're not going to make another Let's Go. They're not going to make a Let's Go sequel. That's what the Pokemon guys have said. But of course, saying things and doing things is two different ball games altogether. Anniversary collection for Gen 1 to 7. Now honestly, that'd be kind of cool, but I don't think I'd bother getting it, because it's so easy to get all the Pokemon games just right here on my PC. You can even bloody get them on your phone and play them on your phone, for God's sake. I don't think there's any need for an anniversary collection. I don't think it would sell as well as they would hope, although it would still pretty be okay, but like, it wouldn't sell as well as, say, Mario, because those Mario games in that collection, they're hard to get. There's a lot of work involved in trying to play those on your PC. Not Pokemon, just not Pokemon at all. Heart Gold, Soul Silver ports for Switch, another option. Now, these are all possibly mainline games. However, I think we're going to be expecting a new mainline game. I think that's what they mean, a new mainline game. And as for redos, ports, remakes, that's all well and good, and they could very well come out with a remake. Maybe not, but they could. It looks like main new game is much more valuable to them. And that means Gen 9, guys. If we look at the main games in the core series right here, these are all the ones that you guys buy and play. Gold and Silver, Blue and Red, Ruby Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, X and Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. But let's look at the gaps. Now, there is an issue in the gaps here. These are all released November, first of all. Like, as you can see, November, October, it's close enough, but that's when they started changing it, alright? So all these were like just brought out in November here, November. Now everything comes out in November, okay? Except they did release the October. So October, you know, Crown Tundra, but the main game's November from this point on, I think. 2016 was when it was released, alright? So we have to wait 3 years for this one to come out, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now by next year, guys, it's going to have been 2 years. And you can see how hungry the consumer base for Pokemon is for something hype, something exciting. I don't know, 2 years is short notice for a mainline game, for at least for Gen 9. if it's just a remake to fill the gap for another extra 2 more years after that, I don't know if the Pokemon community is going to be tided over for long enough. Although, now, having said that, we do have some cool things on the way. We know there's new Pokemon Snap coming, developed by Bandai Namco. We know Pokemon Unite is coming as well. Those are going to be pretty cool. I'm definitely going to play them as well. They aren't mainline games. They are something extra. However, they will definitely fill a gap. And I think a lot of people aren't really happy with Unite just because of how it was released, and that just set the tone of it all together. I'm fine with Unite. I'm going to play it. But as for the main game next year, guys, possibly a release, but hopefully Gen 9. You can definitely expect an October-November release date as well. Just seems to be a trend all the way since back to X and Y right here. Having looked at the replies, it looks like most people want or expect a Diamond Pearl remake. That's just a lot of comments going on with Diamond Pearl remakes. Like, I guess it's high in demand, sure. Diamond and Pearl, I wouldn't complain. I'd play it, and if they could do it in a 3D way like Sword and Shield is now, that'd be pretty cool. So guys, after you have Zarude, go to this woman here and you get your Ash hat, but listen to what she says. You only have to get this once. It says you can't even find this entire Galar region, yet alone Isle of Armor, okay? So we do get it in Sword and Shield, but that kind of tells me that Zarude is going to be a regular Pokemon in Gen 9. Somewhere you can find it, like in a different event situation, not an event, not a ticket event, but a situation in the actual game in Gen 9. Now you get rewarded with this Ash hat right here, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. Now when we look at our Zarudes, guys, and if you get one and you notice that you've already completed the Isle of Armor Dex, you notice that this doesn't really count in the Isle of Armor Dex. This is an extra addition to the Dex. The Isle of Armor Dex finishes at 210, okay? 211 is Zarude, which makes me think it's going to be a similar situation to what you do with Mew or Melmetal or whatever, you know. They're not really properly on the Dex. Mew was the first case where it was added on as the beginning of the next Dex. That was all altered again after like these games were in development a little bit. I think it was added on to the first Dex after a while, but it was, the idea was that the finished Gen 1 Dex was 150 Pokemon, and Mew was an extra thing. That's the same thing here with Zarude, so this could very well be the beginning of Gen 9. Zarude could be a Gen 9 Pokemon idea. One final note, guys, on the possibility of this being a Gen 9 is that they've already made a lot of remakes. They're not going to make remakes of remakes of remakes, except for obviously the special case, which is Gen 1, okay? Because Gen 1 is by far the most popular and the biggest selling one. They're going to milk that. They're just going to still milk that. They do. They're not going to make another Gen 1 remake so close to Let's Go. Let's Go, I think, is it. I think that's the ultimate remake of Red and Blue. As for Gold and Silver, they have Heart Gold, Heart Gold Silver. As for Ruby Sapphire, they have Omegas. And as for Diamond and Pearl, they don't have a remake of that, do they? Black 2, White 2, I think they're not exactly remakes, but they are sequels. However, to a second line of the same game and making a third one, I don't know about that. X and Y is still open. Now, X and Y is an interesting one to look at because with regular recent Sun and Moon leaks, it looks like there was a second X and Y game intended, which returns to Kalos. Those were planned and scrapped, so they do still have ideas in the works. Additionally, with X and Y, in the recent Sun and Moon source code leak, guys, it looked like there was intended returns to Kalos, but also with a storyline that revolved around aliens. Those things, well, that ended up being changed, cancelled and changed into Ultra Beasts in Ultra Sun and Moon, and it was scrapped entirely. So it's possible they'll revisit an X and Y remake, or redo, or sequel. That's a big possibility. As for Sun and Moon, it's too soon. It's too new. They already did Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon 2 straight after. So I mean, that if that's not a remake, are they going to add another one? No. X and Y is probably the one to look at, guys, most realistically. If it's the one you want the most, it's never going to be that one. That's just the way Pokemon works. It's going to be the one you least expect, and that's this one, X and Y. So if not Gen 9, definitely a sequel to X and Y. Now, interestingly enough, with a lot of theories about Pokemon Sword and Shield, this actually ties in with X and Y a lot. The whole Dynamax situation, becoming giants and stuff. There's a little bit of story that can be fitted in there with X and Y's tie-in to Sword and Shield. Now, fans have only done it so far in videos, but the Pokemon Company themselves could absolutely very well do that in an actual official title. Alright guys, that's all the chit chat for Gen 9 for today. I'm looking forward, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for any more leaks as well, and later on we're going to look at more stuff that has been leaked, which is going to be spoiler stuff. So guys, I'm going to leave the other video from last night, which shows you all the shiny new Galarian Pokemon we're getting, the new legendaries and the fusions and all that stuff. I'm going to leave that right here for you guys to watch, just so it's easy, you just click into it. And thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe first so you can check out more content as we roll it out. And now it's busy day, it's busy hours. Tomorrow is the 22nd for me, but that means the next day is going to be Crown Tundra. It's going to be it. We're going to stream it, we're going to do it all. So thanks for watching guys. Till then, next one, bye.